It's the second round of the 2016 March Madness, and the 11th seeded Northern Iowa has taken it to 3-seed Texas A&M. They led through most of the game up until the final minute. Leading by 12 with 44 seconds to go, a barrage of blunders led to Texas A&M tying things up. It was one of the worst blown leads in NCAA history, so bad in fact that the Panthers had a 99.99% chance of winning prior to the collapse. The game went into double overtime before Texas A&M closed it out, leaving Northern Iowa both in shock and tears. Going into their 1982 first-round series against the Edmonton Oilers, the Los Angeles Kings were massive underdogs. But after splitting the first two games, it appeared that the magical run was over as Edmonton rolled out to a 5-0 lead after 40 minutes in Game 3. But the Kings poured it on in the third, scoring 5 straight goals, including the tying tally with just 5 seconds left in regulation. Then in overtime, Darrell Evans fired home the winner to complete the biggest comeback in NHL playoff history. Spoiler, this is not the first time an Oilers team appears on this list. The Warriors in 2019 were looking to complete the three-peat, while the Clippers appeared to just be happy to be there. Golden State going up big through the first 3 quarters of Game 2 seemed to confirm the narrative. But down 31 points, LA stormed back, led by Lou Williams scoring 17 of his 36 points in the third. Then in crunch time, Williams tied it up with 1:10 to go before Landry Shamet put the Clippers up for good. While the win was a massive upset, Golden State would go on to win that series before losing to the Raptors in the finals. Going into their 1993 wildcard match against the Houston Oilers, the Bills were without starting quarterback Jim Kelly and were forced to start the backup Frank Reich. After Houston dominated the previous matchup a week prior by a score of 27-3, the Oilers cruised ahead to a 35-3 advantage early in the third and appeared to have ended the Bills' reign of terror. But Reich turned into Super Bowl Tom Brady the rest of the way and led Buffalo to grab the lead late in the fourth quarter. While the Oilers would tie it up with a field goal, the Bills sealed the win with a field goal of their own in overtime to complete the biggest comeback in NFL history, which of course led to the Bills losing to the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Midway through the third period of Game 7 of the first round matchup, the Leafs were ahead 4-1 and looked destined to advance. But the Bruins clawed their way back into the game and tied it up late. Then in overtime, Patrice Bergeron completed the comeback.
Our shot. Here's Bergeron with a shot. Rebound is loose. Sagan can't get it. Score!
That right there is the play I tell my therapist when the pain first started.
Wow!
In the round of 16 matchup of the 2017 UEFA Championship, PSG won the first leg 4-0 and just needed a solid defensive effort to advance to the quarterfinals. Did they achieve this? No. Barcelona demolished PSG in the second leg, led by Messi and Neymar. Neymar tied it up with a penalty kick in the 88th minute before Sergi Roberto put his team ahead for good in extra time. The 6-5 win on aggregate cemented the biggest comeback in UEFA history. New York quickly forged ahead in the 2004 ALCS 3-0, including a 19-8 blowout victory in Game 3. Then in the 9th inning of Game 4 with a trip to the World Series on the line, Yankees closer Mariano Rivera gave up a single to Bill Murr to tie the game. David Ortiz hit a walk-off homer in extras, giving the Red Sox the momentum needed to even the series before a Game 7 blowout win sealed the comeback. The Yankees became the first and only team in MLB history to blow a 3-0 lead in a series. The Red Sox went on to snap the curse of the Bambino and won the 2004 World Series. The 73-9 Golden State Warriors were looking to complete the greatest season in NBA history, and after going up 3-1 in the NBA Finals, they appeared on track to do just that. But it was the Cleveland Cavaliers who would close it out, highlighted by LeBron's block and Kyrie's three-pointer in the 7th game to complete the upset and fulfill LeBron's promise to the city of Cleveland.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Mere months after the Cavs win, the Indians were up 3-1 in the 2016 World Series and tried to give Cleveland its second straight title of the year. However, the Chicago Cubs were on the hunt for ending a curse and clawed their way back to force a 7th game. That tilt proved to be a back-and-forth affair, which ended with the Cubs finally snapping the curse of the Billy Goat and winning their first championship in 108 years.
The Cubs win the World Series!
And then a couple of months later, Super Bowl 51 happened. The Falcons jumped ahead 28-3 early in the third quarter and seemed destined to defeat the evil empire of New England. But their biggest mistake was doubting the Patriots, with Tom Brady leading a massive comeback tying things up. It forced the first ever overtime in Super Bowl history, which led to even more history.
Toss to White. He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl!
We're sending our thoughts and prayers to all the Falcons fans who are watching this right now.
No! Wait, no! No! No!